We ready now?
Camera, action.
Brilliant, thank you, Mr. B. Are you sure you're ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, brilliant.
It's ticking round.
Are we sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So, this guy is Cathedral Cave. Some interesting facts about this one. It gets its name from the dome-shaped roof, which is about 100 metres above the surface of the water inside. So that's why it's called Cathedral Cave. And it's just a really, really beautiful dive site. So what we're going to do for the dive is we're going to walk down a short concrete ramp here, just on our left, before getting down to the plateau, and then just walking across the rocks, and then either entering down the ladder or via a giant stride. If you're going in by the giant stride, there is a ledge underwater that you need to clear. It's not very far at all. A good giant stride will get you over there. But when you're looking for where to jump in from for the giant stride, there are two footmarks in the rock that have been ground down and some letters are put into them, so they're just your stepping points for that. Once we get in, we'll get ready, make sure everybody's okay before descending down, and then what we'll do at that point is we'll swim straight over. Are you guys okay? Are we listening to the dive briefing? Okay, what we'll do is we'll go straight deep. What we'll do is we'll go straight over to the rock face, keeping the cliff on our left hand shoulder. Once we reach the cliff face, we'll keep dropping down, following the rocks down, and there'll be a little bit of a swim through that we can do. So everybody that wants to do that, just follow through. Remember,
As long as you're not behind him. Yeah.
And on that note, remember to leave plenty of space between yourself and the person in front of you, just in case there are any issues in the swim through. And it does also have some fireworms in there as well, so we just want to make sure that they're not dropping on top of you. So just make sure you leave a couple of metres space. If you don't want to go through the swim through, just swim around and meet us at the other side of the swim through. It's not particularly long. Once we've been through the swim through, we'll continue down, following the boulder field down. While we're swimming down on this boulder field, just have a look for sea urchins, starfish, algae, stuff like that, before reaching the bottom of there. The bottom of this boulder field is about 32 metres or 100 foot. We'll swim along, following the cliff face around, where we'll meet the other end of the boulder field, and we'll just follow that up. When we're following that up, there's the cliff face on the left, that's just got some soft corals on it, stuff like that. We'll continue following that up to the cave entrance, which is at about 13 metres or about 40 foot. Once we enter the cave, we'll go through there. There's a few swim throughs that you can do. Again, you don't need to do them. They tend to come back on themselves, so again, try and leave plenty of space for people to be swimming through. We don't want it to be a bit of diver soup there. So you can do those swim throughs. There's one at the back of the cave as well that we can do. And while we're doing that, you can basically the one at the back of the cave is at about 5-6 metres or about 15 foot. While we're doing that, we just want to be doing a 3-minute safety stop at 5 metres, because once we've done that, we will surface in the cave, which is the main attraction for this dive. So while we're in there, have a look at the roof. It sparkles a little bit, and also if you wave your hand across the very top of the water and just have a look at the ripples, you'll see a bit of a shimmering effect. It's almost a little bit like bioluminescence. It's really quite beautiful, just from the light coming in from the entrance and then up into the cave. So we'll stay there for 5 to 10 minutes, depends on everybody in there before leaving. One of the main points of that is that because you're in a cave, it can get quite cold. So just remember as well, we've got the signal for cold. And so after 5-10 minutes in there, we'll go down again and swim out of the cave. When we're swimming out of the cave this time, we will stay a little bit higher and we will follow the edge of the plateau around. So before we came along the bottom and up through the boulder field of this plateau, this time we'll follow the edge around, just having a look on the top of this ledge while we're swimming across. Things that you can see there, again, starfish, shrimp, and there are also seahorses in there, but they will be really, really well camouflaged, so you'll have to have a good eye to pick those up. While we're swimming along, we'll keep on top of this plateau, swim over a little bit of a hole, don't descend in it, because we'll get to the other side of that about 110 bar or PSI, and that'll be that. So, any questions?
So what will you be wearing to follow you on this dive?
Sorry. So I'm not diving on this dive, so please look to the other weeders and dive masters on this dive. If you look for Adam, he's got his yellow fins. He hasn't got them on at the minute, bright yellow fins. If you're looking for Hugh, look for the white on his top, and if you're looking for Amy, just look for the smallest person. Emergency number is 112.
We were all itching for that
It's
one.
112, and there is emergency O2 in the van as well. Because I'm not diving, do you want me to hold the keys? I'll hold the keys. So yeah, if you do need it, we've got that here.
You mentioned that the ladders are on my left.
That's my life. I did point at the same time. You shouldn't be diving if your eyes aren't that good, so you might want to sit this one out.
My eyes are perfect.
You just don't want to go up, it's your 100th dive and you know what's happening.
Yeah.
Now, you know, on that note there, you want to get your kit off.
No, nice and tight, don't you worry about that. A serious question. What's the sign for seagulls, please?
That one.
That's a half a nudie.
I don't know.
Really?
Gundam Style!
Yeah, I thought they were doing Gangnam Style.
Okay, is everybody ready for diving?